Which cities are seeing the biggest declines or real estate crash in 2024? We'll also talk about renovations that actually pay off and the year to date 12 county Bay Area report, Willow Glen home of the week, luxury home of the week, and yeah, let's get moving. All right. First thing, the whole thing that I wanted you to see, I kind of like shared it with you already. The top one is actually it's in the news a lot. We'll get to that in a second. But Las Vegas is seeing a drop. Stockton, California is seeing a drop. These are homes, these are overall declines in the last 6 months. And I think this was made in 2023. So these numbers aren't super accurate. I have yet to see anything for 2024, but I think we'll see it at the end of June or maybe the beginning of July because they typically come out every 6 months. Now, Stockton's hurting a little bit. Memphis is hurting a little bit. Salt Lake City, Phoenix, Arizona, where everybody was rushing to, Nashville, Tennessee, Houston, Texas, Denver, Colorado, San Francisco. I think that's bullshit, and I'll show you why. That San Francisco is actually turning around. Austin, Texas is the 12 with a 12.2 projected decline in home prices. So if you're looking to get out of California, move out, maybe Austin is a great place because you could pick up something 88 cents on the dollar. St. Louis, Missouri, these are all like flyover states or flyover cities. Spokane is out on the east coast of or east side of the state of Washington. San Antonio is hurting a little bit, but that's kind of because it's hard to get to. But Austin, I was surprised to see Austin. And then I was just taking a quick shower. And before I got into the shower, I was watching TikTok. And yeah, guess what? Austin is starting to do a crash. So let's get into top. And again, we're going to get into this in a minute where we can show San Francisco because we're doing the 12 Bay Area counties. Top remodels and renovations that actually pay off. This is not my article. I'm reading it. Remodels and renovations. Now, the difference is a facelift versus a complete gut out. A remodel is you tear out the cabinets, you tear out everything down to the walls or even the studs, depending. You might want to move electrical around. That's a remodel. You might want to move plumbing around. That's a remodel. Renovation is you're putting frosting on a cake or lipstick on a pig, depending on what you want to look at your house as. Now, the pros of remodeling is going to be amazing afterwards, right? Everything's brand spanking new. It looks new. It looks modern. It makes you feel good. And guys, don't do it just to sell. Do it for your use, for your utility. Do it while you live there so you can enjoy it. I've remodeled my kitchen twice. The second time was because we had a leak behind the dishwasher and it destroyed a couple of the cabinets, and we put it in a whole new kitchen. Cons of remodeling is expense, delays, and dust. Debt, delays, and dust. I can tell you, I've remodeled lots of different parts of my house, and there's always going to be dust. The dust eventually goes away, but when you have contractors, you are always going to deal with delays. Contractors, doesn't matter if you're using them for a remodel or a renovation, they will start the job and then they'll leave and start another job and then come back and start to work on it a little bit and then leave and start another job and then come back and finish it up. Those are the delays. There's some stuff that you can't work in. If you use their contract, typically they make you use their contract. There's no recourse if they run late. Government jobs, if you do a government job and you don't get it done on time, there's a $5,000 a day penalty. Why don't they have that in residential? You can negotiate that because everything's negotiable today. And I know contractors hate me when I say that, but guys, you have the right to ask for fair play. And you want stuff done right. You want it done clean. You want it done professionally, not like the REWTFs that I send out there. So make sure you know what you're getting into. It's also probably a good idea to hire a project manager because they know what to expect and what's good and what's acceptable and what's not. Renovation is when you paint, put a new counter on top, put a new sink in, maybe new lights, that kind of stuff. It's a lot less expensive, a lot less dust. There will be dust and there will be delays, but it won't be as expensive. So a renovation is something to make it look better, make it look saleable. And if you're okay with it and painting your cabinets, by golly, do it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. The most valuable remodels and renovation, always curb appeal, right? Curb appeal this has 30 seconds seeing your property. I can believe that. Buyers will look at your house and make a snap decision if they're going to want to buy it or not. Depends on how well you keep the garden, how well the house looks. It's just a quick indicator on how they feel about the house, period. So update your curb appeal if you're selling your house. Same thing with painting. You should paint your house every 5 to 7 years. Colors come, colors go. The new one is grayish. I personally like the dark green, not like a forest green, but more of a olive drab. That's just my feel and my taste, but you know what? Go with what you like. And do interior too. And last week, we talked about painting your house, and bland makes better buyers or makes buyers happier. If you have the bold colors, not so much, red and blues and all that, it's great to have, makes it more memorable, but you're going to appeal to a larger audience if you have basic colors. Kitchens and bathrooms. And there's one more, so hang on. Kitchens and bathrooms are important. People will look at your house, but they'll judge you on your kitchen and your bathrooms. If they're updated, if they look modern, if they have the right kind of tile, if they have the right kind of fixtures, if the paint is the right color, they're going to judge you or your house on that. And they're going to compare it next to different, to the other houses that they're looking at. So you want to be the top buy, right? And I'm never going to tell you, hey, you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it. I'm going to strong arm you. If you don't want to do it, great, but don't expect top dollar either, right? There you go. Okay, and the last one is air conditioning. I know it's not something you can see or feel or enjoy when you're seeing it, but there's a large number. And I've talked about this all the last couple of weeks. Air conditioning has a great return on investment, and you get utility out of it. Yes, it's going to be more expensive. Yes, you're going to pay about $10,000 for it, but typically houses sell for more with air conditioning on it. So that's the number one investment I always say you should do. Never make you do it, never force you to do it. It's just my strong suggestion. Willow Glen House of the Week. I have two here, and I want to take a look at two of them. One's at 2.6 and one's at 4.5, and they're right across the street from each other. Why are they so expensive? Why is it such a different cost? Well, it's because these are them right here. The one that's 2.6, it's updated. We talked about this last week. This one was on market last week. It's overpriced. It's decreased. It's an older house built in 1947. It's completely updated and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous inside, and we can take a quick look inside. These will be down. These links are in the blog. So if you go to the blog, you can go to it and take a look and spend more time with it if you want. I'm not suggesting you do. This one is brand spanking new, built in 2024. So what people do is they take the old cottages, the old Willow Glen cottages, and they tear them down and they put these on. And there's a cottage industry, and I talk to these guys all the time, people that do it. And if you want to know who they are, I will introduce you to them. They're amazing contractors. They're top notch, and they do a great job. They don't mess around. They get in and they get done and they get out, and then you can start living. And that's their business. They usually have 20 or 30 different projects going, and they go all over the Silicon Valley. One of the best contractors out there that do this. Okay, enough of that. You'd think that they would hire a professional photographer for this. Anyway, you can look at it again. This one, overpriced for its value, I think. maybe 2.4, 2.3. But guys, this house is completely updated without changing the floor plan, without doing anything. They just put new remodeled kitchen in there, remodeled bathroom, remodeled floor, remodeled electrical. So there you go. Luxury home of the week is Raimundo in Woodside. Again, not my listing. 2-bedroom, 3 full bath, 2-bedroom. Why would you do that? Make it 2-bedroom. Maybe they just don't like company. It's a gorgeous house, though. Everything about this house is just gorgeous, completely updated, built in 2007. Guys, this is, and it has the tracked windows. So you have inside, outside living. It's beautiful. Again, if you want to look at it, this link is in my blog. Go take a look. Okay, so remember I told you that San Francisco, here it says home prices are decreasing at 5.2%. That is a lie, because if you look, San Francisco is selling houses at 10% over list price right now. They're beating everybody else out right now, including Santa Clara County by a few points, but still they're beating them out, beating us out. Why? Well, because for a while there was a point where people were not buying in San Francisco. People were leaving in San Francisco. But people are saying, hey, you know what? It's a good buy. I know that there's issues downtown, but in the nicer areas, people are willing to spend the money, and they're keeping the vagrants out. So Santa Clara has the highest volume and the most sales volume numbers year to date. Of course, San Mateo has the highest price, average sales price, and the average sales price right now is about $2.3 million for a house in San Jose or Santa Clara. And the volume just keeps going and going and going. We have 5,100 listings year to date. We had 242 new listings last week, which is hardly enough. We need to be about 2,000 listings active at any given time. And right now we're at about 1,000. So that's why prices are continuing to go up. Since the start of the year, we've had 3,800 houses go into contract and 204 go into contract just this last week. All right, there you go. Today we talked about where some places are crashing. Austin, San Francisco's not. Top remodels and renovations that give you a better ROI. Willow Glen Houses of the Week, and then Luxury Home of the Week, and then the 12 Bay Area County Market Check. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.